everyone, my name is Jaybird, and welcome back to AIRIS. Without any further ado, let's, load this. Yeah, we're just gonna skip all this, because why not? We've already seen a lot of all of this, so yep. We're going to say yes, it's pointless to bother any longer. Enough time has passed that it's not like my hunt for them could make a difference. If they were injured and could not find shelter or rescue, they would inevitably have died, and I can only hope that they had enough resurrections left that the death wasn't final. If they were resurrected, however, or if they managed to heal, I'm sure they'll show up as soon as they fully recuperated, or at least whenever they manage to remember the best friend of theirs who's probably dying of worry. As long as they're still alive, I'm sure I'll hear from them eventually. Searching for them won't make an ounce of difference in when they decide to approach me with stories about what the crap they've been doing. Well, now I suppose it's time for us to go to bed.
It's a bit late for you to be saying that, don't you think?
Do you want to pull an all-nighter and look for some more then? Can we just... yeah, we can skip all this now. Whee! It does not skip fast enough. If you die, I'll kill you. Yes, if you die, I'll kill you. What kind of statement is that? What kind of statement is that? You can't kill me, Alia. Bless your soul. I'll already be dead if I die. Don't logic me! We're supposed to be drunk! Clearly I'm not drunk enough yet, but your words sound like nonsense to me. Shh. It makes you feel better. Your words have sounded like nonsense to me too since right about half an hour ago. Have we been here for half an hour? Shh. Shh. Shut up. Me. I need to shave my legs. They're getting a little hairy. Ew. I don't like feeling hair on my legs. Oh, we can't give up, but I feel the same way. Lyle blinks, their expression so obviously stunned that I almost find humor in the situation, grim as everything is. Gallows humor, was it called? You do? Are you really that surprised? No, of course not. Okay, maybe a little. Should I be offended you don't know me as well as you should? You're so bright and sunny, Alia. I expected you to shut up my angsty, edgy thoughts! Not support them. How could I? You're right. We're able to save lives in towns, and for that I'm truly grateful. Nothing makes me happier, you know? You obviously feel the same way, or you wouldn't be here right now. But it never feels like enough. It all too often feels like we're doing more harm than good in the long run. We can't give up, of course. That's a sentiment I must repeat. Even so, there are days when I do wonder whether what we're doing isn't futile, when I just want to give up. We're only postponing the inevitable, and few people left alive in the world are truly happy. Then again, maybe I'm only projecting my own insecurities onto others. If so, that's the same thing I'm doing. Well, takes a deep breath. Yay. Maybe Lau has a point, but I can't help. What does it matter? What does it matter? What? What do you mean, what does it matter? Aren't you the least bit worried for your own safety? I am, but this calamity's already happened. It's over. What is there to worry about? It's not like Kylan could be behind the monster's attack or something. That's ridiculous. Even magic can't help us control the monsters, and I don't think I even saw him use magic at all at the dungeon. He could just be hiding his powers. I highly doubt it. If you were enough of a prodigy that he could cause the monsters to attack humans for whatever possible reason he could have, He'd be recognized and have wealth and power beyond imagining. Anyway, I can defend myself if he decides to attack me. I know you can, but he might catch you off guard. You trust him. Trust him. That might be the last mistake you make. I won't let it be a mistake. You should trust me. I do, Ilya, but come on, let's go talk to him this once. It won't kill us. It won't benefit us either. Hey now, Lyle. Okay. I smile up at them. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Royals are fools for trusting this hack. How could the royal family have hired her specially? She demands outlandish prices and respect. I'd have expected something more from her. Right now, she doesn't even seem a third as competent as any other healer, as any old healer from the most hick of towns. How could this be? She clearly has no idea what she's talking about. That much is clear to even me, and I don't even need to be as discerning as a king. If our king fell for a swindler, I'd have supposed he'd fall for a swindler who at least acted the part well, but that isn't even the case. What does that say about him? Is he as unqualified as she is for his position? Sighing, I shake my head. Well, if there's nothing else, then... Whee! No, I don't have any leads. No, and I don't have any leads. I can only hope the issues don't escalate while we wait passively. It won't, I guarantee it. I snort at their sudden outburst. Confident, aren't we? Fake it till we make it, right? If self-delusions were so powerful, who wouldn't be the royal medic? Hey now. Let me keep living this beautiful lie, please. Let me keep living this beautiful lie, please. Yeah, I'd smack you on the head if I weren't such a kind, non-violent warrior of justice. I'd smack you on the head if I didn't think you'd... The space was a little bit too small, and I was like, what the heck is this word? And I'd smack you on the... and I'd smack you on the head if I didn't think you'd maim me for it. Hey! Al backs away speedily, and I roll my eyes. We're a little bit violent, aren't we? Oh. Welcome him in warmly. Oh. I shrug off my worries and welcome Kylan inside warmly. Sorry it's messy. Come and sit wherever. Messy, please. My home is far worse. Somehow I don't believe that. Perhaps I should be flattered. Kylan chuckles as he enters my home. He plops down right beside Teddy on the couch, and she pouts at him, wary. So, how have you been lately? Wee. Okay. I've been a fool. I tremble at the realization. I've been played for a fool all along, and I have nobody to blame but myself. It's not possible that Lyle has been duping me for... He duped me again! It's not possible that Lyle has been duping me for so long without providing ample evidence. I've known them for years, and I know their mannerisms better than I suspect they do, or at least I thought I did. They must have shown signs, many signs. It's not their fault I was stupid enough to miss them all. Perhaps it was willful denial, Perhaps it was simply foolishness. Either way, it's my fault that this news has come to me as a shock. But even so, Lyle has betrayed me. It's unbelievable, and I'm both stunned and furious that this is something I must tell myself, but they have. Was it because of something I did? Did I give them cause to think I deserved it? Doubts bombard my mind. I shove them away. I suck in air between my teeth, seething with frustration as I blink back tears of self-loathing. Oh, get out. I have nothing to say. I think I understand my past self. And I'm gonna save it right here because we need another save file for something else. So we're gonna override this. Yes. Okay. Return. You know, this is a lot to take in. I do know. I think I understand though. What? I think I understand my past self. It's a bizarre choice to make, and I wish I at least remembered making the deal with the king in the first place. At the same time, the past, well, I can still remember bits and pieces of the past, the destruction. My stomach churns at the thought, although everything remains hazy and distant, as it should. If the past was bad enough, if I was impacted enough by the memories, I suppose it makes sense that I wanted to give it all up. Take a break from the memories and pain. Allow myself to rest while someone else took over. Especially if it meant AIRIS could also benefit. I see. In theory, it wasn't a foolish decision if over 100 others made the same decision. If it was a mistake, at least we all made the decision together. Right? Right. If it helps at all, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Alright. We have to keep looking. He's our guildmate. Have faith in the king. Not only that, but I'm also excited. I can pop my knuckles. That doesn't mean I really want to die. I hug myself and repeat the statement in my mind over and over again, as if to convince myself. No, I definitely do need to convince myself, since I don't believe those words. I don't want to die, per se, but it's true that, well, I don't exactly deserve to live either. Isn't it? My own thoughts float in a limbo of sorts. I certainly don't want to die, but at the same time, the guilt of living devours me until there's nothing left. Although I speak with confidence, all I feel is uncertainty and dread gnawing at my stomach. Can I really convince them to live when I don't even know if I believe I should? I grit my teeth, then decide to shift the topic. Now... Guess the fate of AIRIS may be at stake. Okay. Okay. Of course not. Of course not. No, of course not. Boom, doom, ba doom, ba doom, ba doom, boom. Shoo, ba doom, ba doom, ba doom, boom, ba doo. A bum, boom, ba doom, ba doom, ba doom, ba ba. A dum, ba dum, ba dum, ba dum, ba dum, ba ba. A roo, do, 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 do. A shoo, ba doo, ba shoo, ba doo, ba dee, ba dee, dee. A zabba zoo, ba zabba zoo, ba zoo, ba doo, ba, ba doo, ba dee, ba dee, ba ba, ba. Oh, the Earthlings would do the same to us. Jibba-dibba-dabba, bubba-dibba, a zoop-zop, bubba-dibba-dibba-dabba-doo-ba-dibba, shibba-zibba-zibba-ba-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, a zooba-doo-doo, a zoop-a-zop-a-zoop-a-doo-ba-dee-ba-da-ba. Screw it, I refuse. I refuse. I refuse. Lyle knits together their brows in confusion. Refuse which path? Refuse with which path? Both of them. What are you talking about? They're the only paths we have. Even staying here forever amounts to choosing a path, since their inaction allows the Earthlings extra time to take over. There's a hair bothering my chin, and I don't know why. I don't know where it is. No! I fall to realizing my words are a waste of time and effort. There really are no alternatives, and both of us know it. We can't make compromises with the king or the Earth's government. We may have the sword, but the king can easily seize it from us unless we leave it here forever. Frowning, I mull over their words. They're right, and yet... I gasp as an idea comes to my head. Mother of souls. What's it? What's it? Who says what's it? Say what is it? It makes more sense. What is it? Mother of souls, Lyle, that's it. You're getting my hopes up. Please don't make it be in vain. What's your suggestion? We argue with them. We leverage our access to the sword against them, and we force them to compromise. Aelia, that's exactly what we can't do. If this were as simple as that, we wouldn't have been sitting here in conflicted silence for the last few eternities as we have been. Yes, we can. How? For my plan to work, though, you might have to risk your life. So will I, but at least this is my idea. Aelia, you know full well that I don't value my life worth squat. Wow! I don't think there's anything I wouldn't risk for peace between the two nations. Or for any solution that doesn't involve a massacre. I've been planning on sacrificing myself for some reason or another for years now. Tell me, what are you thinking? Wow. We can't prove to the Earthlings that we have access to this portal, but the king has succeeded in temporarily severing their ties to our world. I'm sure it won't be hard to convince them we have something up our sleeve. Depending on how much they trust Kylan, maybe he can help convince them too. Meanwhile, the king already knows about the sword, so we don't need to convince him of anything. The king can control and track me, so it's going to be impossible to hide the sword anywhere. This is why I'm sorry. I'm robbing you of your choice. What do you mean? One of us has to flee, while the other of us has to stay and try to convince both the Earthlings and the king to broker some sort of peace treaty. I want you to be the latter, considering his hold on you. Oh, don't be sorry about that, of all things. You're going to try to flee, then? As soon as we warp back to the town square, I'll take the sword with me. How are you going to do that? You can't even touch it for long. That's not quite true. I just can't be in direct contact with it. I'll take my own sword out of its scabbard and put this sword in. It'll be annoying carrying my sword around by hand constantly, but considering the fact that I'll probably have to fight for my life as soon as we warp there, it's not a big deal. You can always get a second scabbard. Aelia, We haven't been here too long. I'm hoping the king hasn't had enough time to order the entire population to watch out for us and seize us. In any case, while I flee, I want you to go back to the castle and say you know where I am, but that you refuse to tell them. The plan banks on my hopes that the king can control only your muscles and not your will. I don't think it's a bad guess, since if he could get you to say your inner thoughts, I don't think he'd have resorted to making you touch the sword for so long to prove that we really did feel pain from it. I take a deep breath, debating in the ins and outs of the plan. Could it really work? If you succeed, come to my hiding place. Alright. I suppose your plan's worth a try, and its leaks preferable to any of the other two options. Where will you hide? Do you remember where we found the sword? Barely. I'm sure I could find it again, but it'll take a while. That's good enough. Only you, Teddy, and I know the location. I'll hide there. Even assuming we succeed, we don't know how long this will take, and the place doesn't sound very suitable to life. Sustainable to life. Crap. Well, I'll try to find a place relatively close, that is. I'll try my best to leave some sort of lasting path to wherever I go. Please, protect Teddy, if you manage to stay safe. Take care of her while I can't. Alright. Good luck, Alia. And no matter what happens to either of us, remember that I love you. My throat constricts, and I have to dry swallow multiple times before I can reply. I love you too. May our plan succeed. Oh, nice. Achievement unlocked! Pariahs in love! Kneeling on the rocks and dangling my legs as my feet slip through the cool water, I find myself wondering and worrying yet again. The whoosh of the tides are as beautiful as they are relaxing. Perhaps that's why I feel more resigned than worried. Or maybe there's a result of all the time that's passed. All the time that's been spent meditating, since there's not much else to do here. 7 months. 7 months have passed since the day Lyle and I parted ways. They have not shown up since then, and I know nothing about whether or not they've succeeded. I don't even know if they're alive, although I'd like to hope they are. I haven't lost my sentience, but perhaps that's only because I've been so far away for so long. I wish I could test whether or not the channel for the Earthlings' control over me has disappeared by touching the sword, but I no longer have access to it. I left it back in the cave because who knew? Maybe if AIRIS survived the tensions with Earth, someone there generations from now will need the portal themselves. Shaking my head, I reminisce about my memories of WoW. They're starting to blur now, but in the peaceful, mundane days that endlessly tick by, they're my only solace. The quests, the vulnerable moments we shared, the confession, the kiss, the farewell. This is ridiculous. I was probably alive, and they've probably succeeded. I don't believe my own words, but they stumble out of my mouth, word after word, revealing all my hopes. They've probably become glorified as some hero, and they've probably long forgotten about me. Maybe they hooked up with some other girl, one at their every beck and call, who absolutely reveres them. Shame on them. Shame on them, I say, but that's what I hope happened. They deserve to be happy. I mean, is that what you want of me? I'm totally willing to go back to AIRIS and hook up with someone who worships me if that would make you happy. Wow! I whip around at the words, wondering if I imagined them. Woo! But I didn't. Or are my eyes messing with me too? I see Lyle stands tall in front of me, his skin tanned from head to toe, a broad grin on their face. Yeah, that sure looks tan to me. Wait, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. What took you so long? And how long have you been standing behind me? Why didn't you say something? I rise and begin to weakly smack their chest, tears floating down my eyes. Funny, all this time I've expected Lyle to be dead, and I've never shed a single tear, but now I'm crying so much I almost fear I'll flood the world and drown it in laughing out even more tears. Lyle chuckles, and the sound of their laughter, the sound of their voice, sounds more beautiful than anything I've heard in my entire life! Though I've never thought anything special of it when I heard it on a regular basis. I'm sorry. The trade agreement bonds took an incredibly long time to form, and even longer for everything to stabilize. Everything seems like it'll be fine now, though, even without the threat of a magical portal right under their throats. They're even starting to form some sort of trade agreement, although they're still struggling as to how they're going to rip the portal through the dimensions. You can have just left them to fail and rot. I wanted to, but my lover, who apparently wishes they... Oh my god, I love this game! Oh my god, I fucking love Lyle, holy shit! I wanted to, but my lover, who apparently wishes they cuckold instead. Excuse me? Oh my god! This is officially my favorite game ever! Oh my god! You're excused. Oh my god. Oh my god! Anyway, I figured said lover would have murdered me if I had. You figured right, aside from the cuckolding thing. Jesus Christ. You know I'm going to hold what you said against you for the rest of your life. I assume that means we'll be together for the rest of our lives? Well, I kind of have no choice. What does that mean? I've exiled Amelia forever. What? Well, we can't exactly take the sword back with us, and that's the only reason I wasn't killed on the spot. I made up a bunch of lies about how I was still in contact with you and that you'd retaliate if I stopped responding to your messages. Essentially, we crushed his schemes to dust, semi-turned our back on our own country. Made a punish us somehow. I'm sure the king will change his mind sooner or later, but for now, the threat probably stands. We're not allowed back home. Well then, as for Teddy, she's alive, but she didn't make it. What? Why not? She fell in love with Malibu Bear, and they've made a home in AIRIS. I couldn't ask her to abandon everything she has for us. She never offered to, although she had many chances. I'm sorry. She fell in love with another bear? What other bear was there? No, it's alright. I won't deny that my chest aches from the lack of her presence, but even so, I'm happy if she is, really. I see. I did suspect you'd say that. She gave her and a few other friends directions. I gave her and Eve and a few other friends directions here, by the way, even if they were incredibly rough, and everyone will probably struggle half to death when they try to come. What? But that could be dangerous. I trust them and I already want to see them again, don't you? Besides, I doubt the king cares enough to actively hunt us down. He was enraged at first, but it has been 7 months. Fury isn't like grief. It doesn't last all that long. I suppose you're right. I must have you so much. I practically pout, and when I respond to Lyle, my voice is almost petulant. Not as much as I've missed you. I mean, look around me. I've had nothing to do but miss you, you know? Their expression clouds over fleetingly, and they reach out to knit together our fingers. I know, and I'm going to try damn hard to use the rest of our days to make it up to you. You deserve so much more than our lives that have thrown at you. Believe me, I'm going to dedicate everything I have and am to ensure you never again have a reason to cry. Lyle? My voice trails off, and with a nervous laugh, Lyle straightens their back. In any case, I'm finally home. And thank the Mother of Souls for that. Despite all our losses and fears, despite our banishment, despite everything, I'm glad we made it through all right. I'm glad we managed to protect both the Earthlings and Aryans, and I'm glad we're finally together again. Me too. Well, are you going to welcome me home or not?
Sure, let me get right to dinner, honey.
I smacked him playfully on the shoulder. And how exactly do you want me to welcome you? I think we can start with a kiss. Giggling, I gladly oblige. Aw, cute. That's cute.
That was cute. That was adorable.
So next episode, I will finally complete the last 2 endings, and we will be done with this game, and we can play something else. Well, I'll play something else. You just watch. I mean, you can play a game if you want. I mean, I'm not in control of you. But, yeah. That was a pretty solid ending, I guess. Well, guys, with that all being done, if you guys enjoyed this episode of AIRIS and you want to see the last 2 endings, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!